What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, the major correction within pretty much every single cryptocurrency has happened as of about 2 to 3 days ago here. Major sell-offs across the board for every single crypto, including the S&P 500. But we can't say that this was unexpected or surprising because it wasn't. This is something we've been waiting patiently to happen for weeks now on cryptocurrency. Now, obviously, we did kind of expect the XRP one to break us to the upside, and the rest of the cryptos were kind of up in the air, and the S&P, we were waiting for it to correct lower here. So it's still not surprising that we did dip lower here. I'm not worried or, it's not unfortunate that we did slide a bit lower here. But there is good news with this. A, we were able to make some major profits off shorting practically all these cryptocurrencies to the downside. A little bit harder on XRP, but very easy on Ethereum and Bitcoin here. But beyond that, it almost seems like we've now bottomed off, found a support, and could be correcting back to the upside probably come this week. Not necessarily this weekend because obviously the stock market is closed, and I'm starting to draw a pattern that even though correlation isn't always causation, the fact that the S&P 500 dropped as low as it did is pretty much, in my eyes, showing me signs that, hey, if we do bottom off on this, then I think we'll start to head upwards here and we'll bring cryptocurrencies with it. And I'll show you a little bit more what I mean in a second with you. But otherwise, everything, as you can see here, is dipping lower. We saw XRP see a major sell-off here, but we found our footing. Ethereum did the same exact thing. Bitcoin did the same exact thing. The S&P 500 is doing the same exact thing here. So lots of very interesting things to go over and discuss in today's video. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, as you can see here on the channel, we've been tracking this kind of breakout or breakdown for quite some time now. It's been weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks of trading sideways, filling out a bull flag formation that we thought was going to be breaking us to the upside here. Clearly we didn't, but we've been tracking this for days and weeks, and finally we got the results that we were looking for. Unfortunately, it wasn't to the upside on XRP, but it was results nonetheless here, and you can see the breakdown was actually starting as of yesterday here. I'm not worried, I'm not surprised, it's not unfortunate. It is what it is at this point here. We're able to profit off these drops, and that's really kind of the end of the day what matters here. But you can see that we're down only 0.57%, but you can see across the board we're down 11.7, 10.2, 20%, 17%, 15%, 23%. Pretty much everything you can possibly think of is happening here. We are dropping substantially. This is that big volatility volume spike movement that we've been waiting for. Sometimes it's to the upside with large movements. Sometimes it's to the downside with large movements. This time it was to the downside, which is still fine because we have tools now that allow us to short cryptocurrencies and profit off the drops that we're seeing. Bitcoin seeing a major drop to the downside. Same thing with Ethereum, Bitcoin. XRP, major swing to the downside here. Pretty much every crypto is seeing those big drops that we were talking about here. So it's not surprising, and it's not a big deal even if we did do that. Now, what's interesting is with XRP here, and I guess I'll look at this, then we'll look at the stock market, and then we'll look at Bitcoin and Ethereum here. But the drop was, we needed a drop. We needed some sort of movement here because we were completing this kind of bull flag formation. I truly, I want to change that. It's not necessarily a bull flag because it kind of ended as a point here on us. And with these other cryptos, we kind of had more of this kind of stat. You can see they're definitely much more of a channel to the downside here. An actual pennant formation, not necessarily a flag. You can see the previous flag that we had where we pretty much came to a point here, broke us down here. These are kind of just these kind of fractals that form. And that's what led to bullish breakouts here. So this was pretty much a flag, if I'd ever say. So with the correction that we saw, we were filling out the gap here, and a decision needed to be made, especially at this point here. We've discussed in previous videos that we were at the bottom. We needed to figure out where we're going to go. You can see time is up for XRP here. What is taking so long? We're basically saying that this is it. It's over. We hit the bottom, and it's time for we see the movement to take shape here. And that's what we did. So we had the price floor, we had the moving averages, we had the downtrend all get involved with each other, and a decision needed to be made right here. And unfortunately, it wasn't to the upside, it was to the downside, and that would cause the dip. Now, what's even more peculiar and funny and ironic is, where did it dip to? It dipped to the perfect support level that we've had here. You can see in blue, we've drawn in clear uptrends here. We've drawn in a clear reversal, clear bottom supports across the board on these cryptocurrencies. Bottom support, 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 support. So it's showing signs that we bottomed off at a very solid level that should hopefully allow us to move up even higher. You can see the floors, and you can see every single time we retest this, we typically see a major swing to the upside after. So that's what I would suspect to see happen moving forward. It might take a couple of days, but now that we've got our footing on these, like I said, when you slam a basketball really hard to the ground, we usually see a big reversal back to the upside afterwards here. So the fact that we're getting withheld by the support, we're kind of floating here, gives me signs of reversal. So if you missed out on the short opportunity on XRP, which it is possible because of how quickly this drop was, it didn't give us enough time to enter, you will most likely have the opportunity to reverse it back up when we start to see this lift off this support here. I'd be shocked if we break through it. We're already extremely oversold, trading at, 24 on the RSI, so I would suspect to see a big reversal afterwards very soon. Now, obviously, we're going to be doing these trades on BidFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets me buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you can possibly think of is offered on BidFi. The XRP short that we did is offered on, BidFi here. The Ethereum and Bitcoin short that we did is offered on BidFi, and you can take advantage of this completely free. Signing up with the description down below is completely free. And when you do sign up, you do get the opportunity to earn up to $2,888 completely free with the link down in the description. So you get sign up bonuses. It's free to sign up. The best part is if you go to derivatives, go to light contracts, click on XRP here, it'll bring you to a chart where you can then practice your skills, which is even cooler, with a demo account that gives you $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills completely free. So not only is it free to sign up, but it's then free and risk-free to trade around with the account to test my trades, to test your trades, to test your skill level, get familiar with the platform here, and then when you're ready, you could switch to the live account and trade around with real crypto. So it's really cool. I highly recommend you check it out down in the description below. But now moving forward, looking at the other cryptos, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the S&P, something that's pretty much been, it seems like the forefront, the leader here is S&P 500. Basically, the S&P has been falling, and when it's been falling, it's been pulling cryptocurrency, dragging it down with it here, which is no surprise. We've been calling for the S&P to fall down a moving average for the longest time, literally the longest time. Every single time we look at the S&P 500, we've been talking about the correction to happen on these cryptos. I can go back, let's say 10 days from now. Once this loads, when the, when these commercials now go off, once this loads, I want to show you that we've been watching the S&P for a long freaking time, and that the correction to the downside was necessary and anticipated. You can see right here, let's pull up the S&P, the opportunities that we were presenting itself was either a bottom swing like that, or we'll show you the other one when it loads up, was the correction right down to the floor. I don't know why it's taken so long. Yeah, right here. This is what we were anticipating. So we're going back all the way 10 days ago to August 9th. It's currently the 19th. You can see pretty much what we scaled out was a correction all the way down a moving average right here. That is literally what happened. Like to a T, exactly what we had called is exactly what's happening here. We said, okay, possible chance of correction to the upside here much sooner, as we've been doing, but more than likely a correction back down to retest moving average here. Look, it's literally what happened. We filled in the gap beautifully. This correction back down to support is exactly what we did as of the past couple of days here. So I'm excited to see that that's what actually happened here. The correction to the upside on the S&P is exactly what we called here 10 days ago, over a week ago here. And because of that, it seems like it's pulling cryptocurrencies down with it here. Now, here's where things get interesting. Are we going to reverse off like this? Are we going to see something like this? We're so close to the bottom now that I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. But we're going to do one of the two things. If we didn't already complete the drop, we only have a little bit left. I say 7 to 9%, so we're at currently 5.6%, and I'm expecting to see potentially a 7.5% drop right here. So if not a reversal off the top of the moving average, then a reversal off the bottom of the moving average. We're either bouncing off the blue band or bouncing off the red band here. I'm not entirely sure which one, but somewhere in the middle there is where I would suspect to see that reversal to happen. Now, when it does, it's either going to, obviously, if we see this this happen, then we're going to pull Bitcoin down with it. We'll see Bitcoin and these other cryptos kind of do something like that, or we'll bounce off now and we'll pull Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP with it now. So that's what I suspect to see happen here. Now, looking at the S&P, if the drop is done and over with, then we should be seeing Bitcoin reverse up. Bitcoin's extremely oversold. Ethereum's extremely oversold. I would suspect to see a reversal to catch back up to moving average probably this week or next week here. Reversal back up. You can see with XRP too, reversal back up is where I suspect to see the next movements to take place. That's kind of what I'm betting on. So, we've been able to short these. We've been able to short Bitcoin and Ethereum here. We confirmed the closure right here once we closed below the floor. This was the key entry point here when we closed on the 16th below at 28.65. That was the opportunity that we bought in for a short, and then we've been pretty much filling our bags ever since here. But with the stop loss tight, if we do reverse up, we'll be able to switch over to a long position and capitalize off the big swing back to the upside here. So I'm super excited to see where this takes us. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.